What's up, team? What's up, team? How we doing? Man, I'm pumped. I am going hard, going crazy. I don't know what day it is. What's up, Grace? How you doing? Brian, what's going on? Josh, how you guys doing? LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. What's up? What's up, everybody? Over here, my LinkedIn fam, IG fam. What's up? I'll get into our topic today, but so what I want to do here is talk about the compound effect and pertaining to real estate. So this is where most people really mess up, and the reason why most people fail, and the reason why people don't get what they want. They don't get the job that they want. They don't get the life that they want. They don't get the health that they want. They don't get the relationship that they want. They don't get a lot of things they want. What's up, Jared? How you doing, brother? They don't get a lot of things that they want because they don't see the power of the compound effect. And so I'll briefly explain the compound effect, probably one of my favorite concepts in the world, because it does revolve around everything and have effect to everything that we do, the entire life. That I'm trying to fix my camera over here for LinkedIn. Anyways, I was saying it affects everything. So the compound effect is the adding up over time of results. So when you eat a cheat, let's just say health, for example, when you go to McDonald's and you eat a Big Mac, that Big Mac today that you eat is not going to kill you. And as to my knowledge, one Big Mac, or the first Big Mac in McDonald's, did not kill anybody. It was the 10,000th cheeseburger. It was the 10,000th fried chicken that eventually caused someone's heart to fail, that eventually caused an artery to clog. Okay, so that's the compound effect and exactly how it works. So that's the downside. So the compound effect and the slowly adding up and multiplying of your results works for the good and works for the bad 24/7. Every single decision that we ever make in our waking life is either going to make us better and have a good result and add up to the multiplying effect of the compound effect for good, or it's going to eventually add up and multiply on the bad side. So if you continue to, let's say, smoke a cigarette, if you smoke a cigarette today, or if you do a vape today with nicotine, if you smoke a cigarette today, that first cigarette you ever have, if you have your first cigarette today, that is not going to kill you, and it might not even affect you that much. But as you continue to smoke cigarettes day after day after day, the effect, the negative effect, the downside of smoking those cigarettes gets worse and worse and worse. And the downside, the bad part, the negative effect of those cigarettes actually gets powerful and faster as you go down that road of smoking cigarettes. So I know it's not the most ideal, professional, business-oriented example, but I'm trying to help people get the picture here. The compound effect, on the other hand, let's take it on the good side. When you wake up every day, and let's say I'm going to keep it with health, because for some reason everybody understands like health and nutrition and like working out, it kind of makes sense of like progress, like good effects, bad effects. If you wake up, or gym before or after work, in the morning or at night, whatever the case is, if you are maybe overweight, or maybe you're too skinny and you want to put on muscle like me, I'm always trying to put on muscle and gain weight to build muscle, whatever the case is, whatever you want to achieve. Let's say you are overweight and you'd like to slim down, you'd like to build lean muscle and cut your body fat. So the first time, let's say you're 20 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight, whatever the case is, and the first time you go to the gym, the first time you exercise, you are not going to see the result. And that's why people don't make it. And that's the whole point of this case. So people don't reach the level of success they desire. They never have the life that they desire, whether it's income, their health, their physique, their partner, their relationship, their whatever the case is, anything that you want, anything that people desire. They never reach it, because what do most people do on January 1st, January 2nd, or any time of the year? They're like, you know what? I'm going to get my health in order. I'm going to get back in the gym because I'm 20 pounds overweight. I'm 50 pounds overweight. I'm sluggish. I'm stressed. I got acne, whatever the case is. And they're like, I'm going to the gym. So they go, what's up, Jess? So they go to the gym one time, for 30 minutes, 60 minutes. They hit Crunch Fitness. They hit LA Fitness. And then what do they do? You come home and you look at yourself in the mirror. You're like, grabbing your stomach, you're like, where are the abs? Like, I went to the gym, for a whole 30 minutes, a whole 60 minutes. You went one time. And so you might go to the gym, you might exercise and work out every single day for 30 days straight and not see that much results. But then on the 31st day or the 40th day, your good results, the good results start to multiply and start to happen fast. So most people never get there. They never have. In this case, it's health and fitness. They will never reach their health and fitness goals or get where they want to go. And they will never, let's say, slim down. Or if you're, skinny guy like me, never get to building that muscle you want to build, because you go to the gym, you exercise 1 time or 2 times or even 5 times, and then you quit, right? You're like, well, you know what? Fuck it. I went to the gym for 7 nights in a row and I'm not ripped. I'm not jacked and I don't have a 6-pack. Yeah, Paul, every night type shit. Michael, what's up? Join the live. So that is why most people will never make it in their health. And so that same concept, and for some reason people can't understand this in business. And I'm telling you, bro, guys and gals, whatever you want to do, you want to build a, freaking some Amazon business, you want to build a lemonade stand chain, you want to build a real estate investing business. Obviously, I'm going to correlate this to real estate investing and the industry in general, so we can kind of bring it back here. But the point is that the same concept that I was just talking about the negative effects of smoking cigarettes. The first cigarette doesn't hurt you, but it's the 10,000th cigarette that will kill you. It's the 100,000th cheeseburger that will kill you, 10, 20 years later. So that's the negative side of the compound effect. The positive side is, people don't make it because they go to the gym 1 time, 5 times, even 10 times. And they're like, man, like I'm not ripped yet. So they quit. And so the same thing, translate that now into business. Just follow me here. Translate that now into business. Okay, let's say you want to start a lemonade stand on the corner. You need to show up on that fucking lemonade stand on the corner every single day for a year, and then you will blow up your business. You got to show up on TikTok about your lemonade stand in downtown Tampa every single day for a year, and then you will blow up and see those results. But most people, in this case, they would set up their lemonade stand. They would go work the lemonade stand on the corner for 5 hours, quit, maybe go back the next day, for a few hours. They don't make a lot of sales and they quit. And most people, because they didn't get the results that they want, because they saw someone on Instagram selling $1 million worth of lemonade. But that person at the successful lemonade stand was probably there for 5 years, busting their ass, posting social media, networking, connecting with people. So that's my point here, is that in business, let's say in real estate, it's hard as hell. Okay. It's not just, unfortunately, it's not, you sign up and you work hard for a little bit and then you get Grant Cardone jets and helicopters and mansions and stuff. That's decades. That's 20, 30, 40 years of consistent work every single day. And so you could look back at my life, my messed up life, my life of flaws as a human being, as messed up as I am and as crazy a journey as I've had. And you can see how I've, fallen so short of success, fallen so short of God's, glory so many times, whatever the case is. But you can see I've messed up and I've changed directions and I've learned things and I've failed and failed and failed. But because I've stayed the path, because I've remained consistent in my growth and my personal development and reading and podcasts, I've remained consistent in getting my face beat in and getting my face kicked in. And I've gotten back up and I've gotten back up and I've gotten back up and I've gotten back up. But this year, 2022, I would call it the traction year, the year of traction, the year of breakout for me, because I've been going so hard on working on myself and my development and my network. And I'm just now starting to gain traction 2-3 years later in my network and my connections. Finally this year I'm going to start, I'm obviously on track to make an income where I can finally be, have a little more financial stability, have a little more financial freedom in terms of not having to stress, about bills and stuff. Finally this year, going to be getting to a place in my business and stuff where it's not as crazy. So I have a long way to go, and I'm just barely building that foundation. What's up, Trent? I see you, brother. I see you hustling. So the point is that 2 to 3 years of me putting in hard work every single day. And I would say I work on my business. I work on like business stuff, in the business stuff, actual business transactions, actual business activity, 6 to 8 hours a day. But then I work on myself. I work on my body. I work on my mind. I work on my network. I work on my skills and training the other 6 to 8 hours of the day. And I've been doing this steadily for over 2 years, every single day. Reading, podcasts, growth, YouTube, talking, social media, networking for over 2 years, 2.5 years, pretty much every single day. Meditation, gratitude, all these things, chasing the next win, chasing the next skill that I can build, chasing the next, power player and partner that I can have in my network. And so that's the point, is that after 2 to 3 years of consistent work every single day, I'm just now starting to gain some traction, and the compound effect is just now starting to show up in my life, in my health, in my mental health, in my growth, in my development, in my network, in my business, and my business skills after 2 to 3 years of grinding so hard on myself and building that up, building up my skills, building up my network. Hector, what's up, brother? I know you're hustling, man. Hope you're crushing as always. So the point is that for you, let's say somebody wants to get started in real estate and it's hard as hell. So you might make a bunch of calls, right? So in real estate, you're going to make some calls, you're going to make some posts, on social media. This is what most people do. They get let's say in real estate, I'm not a realtor. I do the investing side, buying, selling, flipping houses, single family, multifamily. So regardless, let's say you're a traditional person that wants to do the traditional way of getting a realtor's license. You're an agent. Let's say even an agent, 99% of agents that get licensed will never, ever, ever sell a house ever in their life, even though they went through the license and paid and all that shit. Anyways, the point is that most people will never make it, let's say, in real estate at all, because they'll finally get one house. They'll finally get a listing. They'll finally get a deal. If you're a wholesaler like me, you hunt, you drive, you're making calls and talking to homeowners and sellers, trying to get their property under contract. You finally get a deal. You finally get a listing, and you make a couple calls and you post on Facebook or whatever the case is, and you don't get the deal. You don't, take that deal to close. You don't get that commission. And then most people will quit because it's hard. Sometimes you have to go through 5 deals. Sometimes you have to go through 5 transactions before it actually hits and it lines up with the seller and the buyer, and to actually get, contracts underway and to actually take things to closing. There's title issues, there's mortgages, there's all these things to take into account, all these hurdles and obstacles. So most people, let's say in real estate, their first couple deals don't go through and they don't get them taken to close. They make 0 commission. Most people will quit because they say, well, all these people on Instagram are making all this money in real estate. All these people on LinkedIn are making all this money in real estate. And I tried and it didn't work for me. So it must not be for me. That is bullshit. And I want that to get out of your head, and that limiting belief just to get out of your mind. If you've been trying to just be a TikTok star because you see all these TikTok stars and you're like, damn it, these TikTok stars are popping off. These 12-year-olds are making $1 million. They're getting millions of views every day, and I'm not. What's wrong with me? I guess it's not for me, right? I guess my face isn't pretty enough. I guess, I'm not good enough at twerking or being funny or bringing value. I guess it's just not for me, because it's just comparison. It's just comparison and fear of judgment when it comes to that stuff, because you're just afraid of what people will think if you tell them that you failed. But that's why our world is so messed up, because failure is the stepping stone. The reason why I will succeed more than most people is because I fail more than most people. I will succeed more than 99% of people because every single day I fail and I eat shit and I learn and I grow and I go through really hard stuff. My daily life and daily business, pushing contracts through and title work and all these obstacles and huge hurdles, which most people would see. The problem is most people, they are not bigger than their problems. I am becoming bigger than any of my problems. I've become bigger now than any financial issues. I've become bigger now than any contract issues, real estate issues, pushing deals, working with contractors, working with closing attorneys, pushing, there's issue. We have a couple properties right now with title issues. We're working with, trying to find the heirs, trying to, find the mortgage payoff confirmation from the bank, from this credit union, from this, finding some lost sister that died that is supposed to be an heir, the sister's daughter. We have to call to sign off on the property to get it sold, take it to close. So there's all these hurdles and obstacles where most people would see them as, wow, I can't climb that mountain. There's no way I can climb another mountain. I quit. This real estate thing must not be for me. All these guys out here, Grant Cardone, or these girls on Selling Sunset, they're making a fortune. It just must be so easy for these people. But you don't see all the hard shit. You don't see how many times I've wanted to quit. You don't see, all these other people. If people are serious successful, if people are, making solid 6 figures, if people are millionaires, if people have actually acquired some type of wealth, if people are successful in business like real estate, they have gone through hell. And sometimes it feels like I go through hell, 3-4 days in a row, pushing properties to close, pushing myself to go to the gym. I don't like working out, but I'm trying to do things that I hate like I love them. And that is how I'll be so successful. And so that's a lot of the point that I want to get across tonight, is the compound effect. Read Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. That's just, a classic, super simple. And so that's what I'm working on now, is really watching not watching, but really being fully into it and seeing the compound effect start to show up for me. So you guys have seen me acting a fool, being crazy, running around town and running around social media and traveling and trying to figure these things out, in business and skills and life and my relationship with people, my relationship with God, all these things I'm trying to piece together. And because of 2 to 3 years now of hard work on myself, on my development, on my network, the compound effect is almost starting to kick in for me, and it can kick in for you, for anybody. It can kick in your health. After you've worked out, if you've gone to the gym for the 100th day, it will start to show up. After you have done 100 calls and made 100 connections to other real estate investors, to other people on social media, then it will maybe start to show up. But the problem is most people will always be poor. Most people will always be unhappy. Most people will always be unhealthy because they're not willing to break through the resistance and break through that resistance. Because this is what the compound effect looks like. You're doing activity, you're doing work, you're putting in work, and it doesn't show up yet. It's not showing up yet. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And eventually it will explode. Okay. Success and growth, business growth, the growth of your 6-pack or whatever. It's not linear. Our minds often think linear and it messes it up. Well, I put in 1 hour of work today, so I'm supposed to be, moving my life forward this much. I put in 3 hours of work today on, calling people or, trying to do social media videos or whatever. So my life should incrementally move this fast, but it's not like that. It's not just incremental. It's not linear. Growth is like this. Nothing showing up, nothing showing up. You're making calls, you're making connections, you're doing, you're making a reel every day, you're making a TikTok every day, you're reaching out to people, you're watching YouTube videos, you're watching motivation, you're reading books, you're reading podcasts, still nothing showing up. You're pushing for deals, you're pushing for contracts, you're making connections, you're saving money, you're investing, you're pushing, still nothing. And then eventually, if you just keep pushing and just keep pushing through that barrier and that resistance, the compound effect will kick in for you and your life will explode. That's when your income can explode. That's when your business growth can explode. That's when your 6-pack, can finally come in because you pushed for 300 days in a row and it's finally here. Your relationship will finally thrive. You'll finally attract that person that you love and that you've desired to be with and desire to attract in your life, that higher level person, because you worked on yourself so hard for 500 days in a row. And so every time I'm talking to people, I was just on the phone with a guy named Soli in Panama City Beach. He's a real estate investor up there. He called me, he's like, man, we got to connect. I got to talk with you. And I told him most people get into business or ask me questions or whatever. And they say, Cody, how do you do this? How did you get to speaking like this? How did you get to, have this knowledge? How did you get to build these connections or meet these people and do these things that you do? And that is because I've eaten shit every single day for 2 to 3 years. And I put consistent work and I add people to my network every day. And because I add 1 person, 3 people, 5 people, 10 people to my network every single day, it adds up. So most people say, well, I met 3 people last month and nothing happened. My life didn't change. Because you have to meet 3 people every day. Meet a new person every day, meet 3 people every day, meet 5 people every day. And so when you start to meet more people, your network will also compound. And so this compound effect applies to every single area of life. And that's what I live by, and it's what I will die by, is the compound effect that is just now starting to show up in my life after 2 to 3 years. I meet people every day. I message people on social media every day, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm messaging people, happy birthday. I'm messaging people, hey, I see you're in my area. I see you're in Tampa. Let's connect. I see you're doing business near me. I see you're in real estate. Hey, what's up, brother? I see that you are crushing the real estate business. I see that you're hustling. I see that you're reading books and going to seminars. We have to connect, brother. What's the best phone number to reach you at? How can we talk? How can we get connected? How can I add value to you and vice versa? How can I add value to people? That's what people are just wanting to receive, but you have to give. You have to figure out how to add value to people. You have to figure out how to give value, add value to people before you can expect it in return. And that's why people will never break through the barrier and experience the positive effects of the compound effect, where your good results start to multiply, because you're not willing to just consistently put in a little work every day. If people would just consistently do tiny little things every day, if you would just eat a little healthier, if you would just exercise for a few minutes every day, if you would just make 1 call every day, if you would just message a couple people on social media every day and do that for 300 days in a row, your life will look completely different. But you won't see that on the first day. You won't see that on the 100th day. Might not see that on the 200th day, but maybe on the 300th day, your life will look very different. And so you're about to experience, and anybody following me is about to experience watch the compound effect literally come to life in real life, in real time, if you follow me, acting like a fool, like I said, and not knowing what to do, being too young, being too broke to do real estate investing and to make, big contacts and do business with big players, you are going to see this come to life. And when people say, whenever I get there, when I'm 20, when I turn, 25 later this year, I'll turn 25, which is seems so old to me. I'm pissed because I wanted to be a millionaire by 25, like on my 25th birthday. I will not be. I'm not even close to being close. The point of that is that when people see me at 27 or 30 years old, and they'll be like, damn, like, how did that guy do it? And then people are going to try to ask me to figure out, okay, how do I get to where you are, like in next month or 3 months or 6 months or 1 year? And I'm going to say, listen, brother, listen, sister, I've been working my ass off on me for 5 years, for 10 years, every single day. And so if you want to be successful, if you want to be really happy, if you want to be really joyful, experience a life of bliss, if you want to be really successful, if you want to be really financially well off, if you want financial freedom, if you want to grow business, if you want to grow the best relationship and future marriage, if you're not getting married for 10 years, you start working on that now. And when you can have a vision of 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and set out to that and say, you know what, for the next 3 years, I am going to work my ass off on me, on my mind, on my body, on my spirit, and meet people along the way. I'm going to try to meet 3 new people every day. I'm going to try to message 3 new people or 5 new people on social media every day to connect with them, to learn about their life, to learn about their business, to learn about their vision or their goals, to meet up and have coffee with them, to meet up and have Bible study with them. When you can do that every single day for a few years, your life will look completely different, whatever that is. And in terms of real estate, in terms of applying this to the industry, this compound effect that applies to your mind, your body, your health, your spirit, your network, your relationships. In real estate, if you make those contacts every day, if you're reaching out to investors every day, if you're reaching out to buyers every day, if you're in contact with new sellers and new homeowners and new partners every single day and putting something out on social media every single day, if you do that for 100 days, for 200 days, for 500 days, your life will look so much different. But most people will not make it past the 3rd day. People quit the gym on the 4th day. People quit social media after 5 posts because they didn't get as many likes as Kylie Jenner. That's just how the world is, because we want it all and we want it now, because we see the people, unfortunately, the people that we look up to, the people we see as rich and they're famous or successful or, ripped and jacked or, whatever it is, we see them. Let's say for me, my rich uncle, Uncle G, Grant Cardone, I see him, I'm like, man, people see the jets and helicopters and amazing, powerful empire building marriage and, millions of followers, and people see that, but they don't see this man went through 40 years of blood and sweat and tears. 40 years. Can you even comprehend? No one on here can, because I can't comprehend even 40 years of consistent hard work every single day for 40 years of strategically building your network, strategically building your skills, strategically learning how to invest, strategically learning how to put together apartment building deals, which I'm learning now, to buy big apartments, to buy buildings, to learn that and to put that in play. Have a plan and action every single day, a game plan for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years. I mean, I can't even imagine where I'll be, what I'll be experiencing, the life, the people, the bliss, what I'll be able to donate, what I'll be able to give, how big I'll be able to serve God and serve people will be so incredible. And the same can happen for you, but you have to do that every day. You have to call people every day. You have to message people every day. You have to focus on social media every day. So people, I want to show people, I can't, be on social media all day. I have to work. I have to do calls. I have to do deals. I have to, work on myself. I got to drive. I got to work. I got to help my team. I got to do these things, but I want to show the world a lot of, that's why I'm going to switch to actually having a more formal podcast on the podcast platform. So people can, have me in their ears or in their car or wherever, anytime, or in the gyms, just to make it a little more personable and a little more easier to get the inside on this stuff that I'm talking about in my life. But I want to try to show the world. I want to try to show the world the shit that I eat. I want to try to show the world the failures. I fail every day. I learned some stuff today. I failed, with closing attorneys and lawyers and all the stuff that I'm learning. I learn every day and I fail every day, and that's why I will win. And so I want to show the world. Watch my blood, sweat, and tears. Watch my hard work every day. Watch the connections that I'm making. Watch how much I'm posting on social media and I'm messaging people and I'm making connections and bridging gaps and adding value to people. Working out to people saying, hey, I will, I will help you for free. I will add value to you for free. I will help you out with real estate. I will make connections for you. I will bring you buyers. I will, buy you coffee just to have a conversation with you. I will add value to you. I'll do whatever it takes. And so when I'm showing the world this stuff, I want to prove to people that you can come from nothing like me. You can come from a backwoods, family. You can come from a family that doesn't even understand, don't even know what net worth means, or, has never, no one in my family's ever earned, I think, probably more than 50,000 in a year before ever in my family history. So I want to show the world that you can be, do, or have anything, but it takes hard ass work on yourself every single day for years. So don't make a, and we can scrunch that down to, it really just comes down to a 5-day plan, a 7-day plan, hell, a 1-day plan. What are you actually going to do tomorrow? I know this is big picture, and I want to tell you to have a 10-year, mindset, a 5-year mindset to actually, achieve goals and build yourself and build your network and build your life and your career. But let's just start with tomorrow. What are you going to do? So I challenge you, if you're watching this, if you can hear me, if you can see me, what are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow to reach out to someone new, to learn something new about a business, an industry? If you want real estate, you're inspiring to be a real estate investor. Are you going to reach out to me? Are you going to ask me to have a call? Are you going to text me? Are you going to DM me saying, hey, Cody, I'd love to learn more about you. I'd love to connect with you. Are you going to do that? Are you going to reach out to the person you've been procrastinating? Are you going to get that thing done? Are you going to make that post on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn? Are you going to start building your LinkedIn network like you said you were going to do last year? So what are you going to do tomorrow? What's one thing you're going to do tomorrow that will incrementally, tiny, microscopically start moving your life forward so that you can gain momentum and make 100 moves for 100 days straight? And then you'll start to see the results show up in 100 days later, 200 days later, after being completely consistent to that. So I hope that made sense. I got to get out of here. I've been on here too long. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Since I've been, definitely more consistent, doing more videos and doing more lives, I've been connecting with beautiful people. Great people are reaching out to me. So I appreciate you. I love you. If you're here and supporting, please, shoot me a message, connect with me. I want to send you love and blessings. I have a free Telegram that I send positivity and messages and podcasts and videos to every day for free in my Telegram. I have a LinkedIn blog, which I need to post more on, but articles, blogs, my website, and podcasts and all that stuff will be coming out soon as well. But I just want to add more value and give and give and give and serve, because I know in one way or another it will come back to me in tenfold. So being selfish and being selfless, which means selfish too. Anyways, I'm getting tired. So y'all have a good night. God bless. Message me, and I'll be back here tomorrow, 9:45 p.m. Eastern, just to add some more value, talk some real estate, talk some big game, and investing, what I'm looking forward to. Again, I'm still just wholesaling and flipping about 5 to 7 deals per month currently, building up this cash, building up the network so I can do my first big apartment complex deal, hopefully in the next few months. So stay tuned to that. Love y'all. God bless. Have a good night. Peace.